This has dragged on. Would I advocate this game? I mean, the Zoomers are going to be like, oh, the graphics of the original, terrible. Yes, but fundamentally, graphics in any video game are just a digital coding over ones and zeros. The question is the content of those ones and zeros, does that hold up?
Violated your cultural sanctity. Do what you must then and leave as ignorant as you arrived.
I got a feeling we got some boss fight coming up. heavy attack. That didn't give me a prompt. Ugh. What am I supposed to do there? The quick attacks don't seem to stagger it at all. Not from that distance. Bullshit. Oh, I'm holding it better than it is for the moment. Gotcha that time, you bitch. Time to go. No trophy? I'd want that skull. And finally the achievement, game over, man! Oh, God. So, given that that was the last campaign, final thoughts. Marine Route gets the horror atmosphere right. Like, the whole play of light and dark, you got a really janky enemy, by design, though, not just because the coders were lazy. Colonial Marines. um... And it sort of worked. I mean, the boss fights were broken as hell. The most in the Marine campaign than the Alien campaign, or the Predator campaign. The Alien campaign, probably my favorite of the three. Creeping around in darkness, running up walls, jumping into vents. I mean, if you get motion sick, that probably would be abstract hell for you. But for me, that all comes very naturally. I can very easily orient myself in all of that. Now, the boss fight for the Alien campaign wasn't bad. Like, I definitely felt that it was balanced in a way. Aside from where it was jank, because the melee in this game is just fucking jank. But then the Predator route. Marines gun you down hella, like, quickly and easily. I understand that, like, Predators have been shot before, and the damage is usually not apocalyptic, but those were, like, 21st century firearms. We've got, like, M41A pulse rifles with, you know, explosive tip caseless light armor piercing rounds. Still, you are given so little ammunition in the form of energy for your weapons, and they are so underwhelming that you end up having to melee it most of the time. And the problem is meleeing decloaks you, because everything in this fucking game decloaks you. People talk about cloak not draining energy, so you have unlimited cloak. Yeah, but every time you flip a switch or charge your battery or do a finisher, you decloak and everybody can see you. And half the times you're cloaked, if you're not far enough away or they're alerted, they'll see you anyway. So the cloak just doesn't work. I mean, unless you're planning on, like, sneaking your way through the level, which, aside from places where it's like, you have to eliminate, you know, the Marines, or you have to eliminate the Serpents, you can probably just sneak through a bunch of it, go straight to the objective. And then, of course, later in the game, they give you melee weapons, which don't depend on your energy and are more powerful. And to some extent, people were like, the combo stick is overpowered. Not really, because considering your plasma caster can't kill anything unless you got it max charge, which drains half your battery in one hit. And your mine is just a complete waste of a weapon. And the smart disc, I'm sorry, the dumb disc, the stupid disc, goes bouncing around a bunch of walls, hits everything except what you're actually pointing your fucking laser at. The combo stick is not, like, broken, overpowered. It's the only weapon that goddamn works! The thing is, what is it, Thor's hammer? You throw it, and then it's just magically back in your inventory? Like... oh, so my overall experience with this game is that, given the option, play the original. Because, yes, Zoomers, the graphics are shit to your eyes that have been spoiled on, you know, all these RTX ray-traced games. But the core gameplay of the original Aliens vs. Predator was damn solid. You play this, and oh, sure, like, it was one of the early games to, like, use DirectX 11 or whatever really well and look all pretty and all that. But the core gameplay mechanics are just fucked. Predator is weak. Melee is janky for all three of them. The Marine is underpowered. Like, the whole notion in the original Aliens vs. Predator was that the Predator's weapons were more powerful than the Marines, but they were slow firing. Like, you've got a plasma caster that can let off, like, one round, and then there's a long pause, and then you've got the Marines, on the other hand, who can just dump 99 rounds out of a magazine and get smart guns. The Marines have more suppressive firepower than the Predator, which has more of a you gotta hit your shots kind of thing going on. And it's just that the original was so much more of a solid game than this. Play the original. I would, but, oh, like, at some point. I'm not doubling down on this now. Jesus. I mean, what is that? Like, I just play horror games and action titles and Aliens vs. Predator for a bunch of... I mean, I'm not even touching Colonial Marines for a while. Again. And I'm not doing Isolation because that would take the rest of my life. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. This LP has been unfiltered in terms of profanity and has been a bit dry on commentary as I sort of play the game. It's part of the reason I usually play games that I'm more familiar with and more practiced with, because thinking about what to do in the context of the game and coming up with commentary while I'm doing it is tricky. It's tricky. No, I'm not AAA Let's Play material here, which is part of the reason why I'm going fully unfiltered. Do not expect a lot of LPs that don't have F-bombs dropped as often as I feel the need to fucking do it. But I'm getting off point. Thank you all so much for watching. There's plenty of other stuff that I've done. There's more stuff that's going to be coming up, so stay tuned, and as always, fare thee well.